My name is Charlie McGrath. I'm the founder of WideAwakeNews.com and a host on the Rinse Radio Network. Brothers, sisters of the United States of America, it is time, seriously time, to pick a side. It is time to get off the fence. No more sitting and waiting to see what happens next. Everything that has to have happened has happened. We sat back at 9/11 and watched a pre-written document go into force beginning worldwide war on terror that is not going to end, that we will fight in perpetuity. If you have a 10-year-old kid living under your roof right now, if you do not act right now, he will be handed an M4 a few years down the road to go fight some terrorist force somewhere. We sat back while legislation came and went, and we didn't protest, we didn't get into the streets, we didn't demand our freedom, we didn't demand the basic tenets that began this once great republic. We sat back and said, we'll take it because we want to be safe. We watched an economic collapse come and go, and we had nothing more than a Hank Paulson holding hostage a nation by the indices. The Dow is going to fall 1,000 points if we don't do this. The S&P is going to crumble if we don't do this. And what did we do? We sat back and pretended people smarter than us could figure this thing out. But the only thing they've managed to do is take this nation from $8 trillion in sovereign debt to $16, $17 trillion in sovereign debt with no end in sight, no cap in sight. The burden has been put squarely onto the backs of the people of this nation, of us. It's time to get off the fence. It's gotten to the point so bad that governed by crisis has led to a nation that doesn't even pay attention to when erroneous and onerous legislation is passed on their behalf. The NSA is monitoring metadata, and they're monitoring it all. They're monitoring it, and they're going to use it. The government does not take information. The government does not give itself power. The government does not plan on building out internment camps without the intent of using them. Period. I defy anybody to show me in history where this has happened. A government has set itself up to be tyrannical and then not carried forth that tyrannical plan. The president spoke in Germany here just a few days ago, and it was an embarrassment to anybody who loves freedom that towards the end of his speech, he quoted James Madison. He said, and a true statement James Madison issued all those hundreds of years ago, a nation that is in perpetual war is a nation that will lose its freedoms. Now, it's ironic that the president uttered this statement from one of our great founding fathers, but what was infuriating is immediately after that, he condoned Gitmo, saying, yes, we got to close Gitmo. We still haven't done it yet, but we got to work harder to do it. We have to use better technology in order to control the drones that are going to be flying around this country. And we have to strike a better balance between security and privacy. And I think we can strike that balance. You see, that's not what James Madison was talking about. James Madison would roll over in his grave knowing we're torturing people offshore in a place called Gitmo. James Madison wouldn't say we need more controls on drones flying around spying on the people of this country. He would say, shoot them out of the air. That's what James Madison would say. And balance of power, balance of trying to attain security and giving up a little bit of freedom, he would have absolutely been the first in line, right behind Benjamin Franklin, who uttered the words, those that are willing to give up a little bit of security or a little bit of freedom to get some security deserve neither. That's what our founding fathers would have said. Not this twisted jargon propaganda that we get from our current leadership, evoking James Madison and then giving a list of things that we're doing that would literally make him sick. This is what is called propaganda. This is what is called Orwellian speak. War is peace. Peace is love. And in fact, the title of his speech is Peace Through Justice. We cannot have peace. We cannot have justice. We have tyrannical rule that serves special interest. We have tyrannical rule that serves special interest whose goal, whose whole entire agenda is destabilization of regions of the world and controlling the people of this world. This is where we're at. Another outtake from James Madison. Another truer statement never uttered. A standing military force with an overgrown executive will not long be a companion to liberty. I wonder why President Obama did not want to utter that statement. because it's 100% true then as it is now. We have an overgrown executive branch. We are waging war around this world, and freedom is falling by the wayside. The means of defense against foreign dangers have always been instruments of tyranny at home. Yet another James Madison quote. Look around, folks. Look around. The means of defense against foreign danger have always been used as the tools of tyranny at home. You can't go through an airport without being naked body scanned. You know drones are coming to a sky near you soon. Every piece of legislation that destroys the Constitution a little bit more is a tool that we have used to fight a foreign enemy. And it is going to be used to be a tyrannical tool here at home. Last statement from James Madison. I believe there are more decay of the freedom by gradual means, silent means, than there are direct, violent, tyrannical implementation or usurpation. You see, our founding fathers understood this. Our current representatives, our current leadership are spinning it. They're turning it into something that they want it to mean. But at the end of the day, you cannot have a free society when you have a government whose main objective, stated or otherwise, is to be a tyrannical force over the people. And it's going to feel good for a lot of people for a little bit of time. It's going to feel good because you think the government's got your back. But at the end of the day, they do not, because history has taught us that they do not. There will be a spark, a kernel, a very, very small percentage of people that will yearn to be free. And these people will be labeled terrorists, and these people will be hunted down and killed, and the vast majority of the people who watch this on the nightly news will believe that these people are nothing but terror-loving terrorists who want to come and steal your rights. This cannot work in perpetuity. The truth will get out. The realization that the government isn't working on behalf of the people, but on behalf of the government to maintain that power structure, to maintain that control. That inevitable truth will be unleashed. And when it does, and when a small minority of people stand up and realize that, then true change will come. Stories are attached. That's all I got.